Welcome YouTube land to another educational video. I'd say they're highly entertaining, but I'm not sure how entertaining they are. Really educational, so let's watch them. I'm going to frustrate you guys. I'm going to tell you right now. This is going to look frustrating. Are you ready? Okay. I'm going to show you the easy way. And then I'm going to show you the ridiculously hard way with a model. And then you're going to go, well, why can't I just do it with numbers? And I'll tell you right now, the Manitoba math curriculum does not state that you will be able to multiply a decimal. It states that you will be able to multiply a decimal using numbers, pictures, and real-world scenario. So I need to show you how you can make this into a picture in order to follow this curriculum. And why do we do that? Studies have shown that showing you with numbers teaches 70% of students to do it somewhat proficiently. But that's 30% of students gone. That's 1 out of every 3. That's an unacceptable margin of error. And that's why we do pictures and models. So please bear with me. Mr. Camera person, can you take a look over here where I am right here on the board? So first, I can easily do this, right? What's 2 times 60? Just call it up.
32.
32, you got it. And if I do it the old algorithm way, 2 times 6 is 12. Carry that 1 up there. 2 times 2 is 2 plus 1, 32. But we weren't doing 32, we were doing this. So what we do, let's estimate. That's close to 2, right?
Yeah.
2 times 2 is 4.
Yeah.
So where do you think that decimal should go? Maybe here? Because it wouldn't be 0.32, it wouldn't be 32. That's the closest to 4. So our estimate says that if it was 2 times 2, it'd be 4. So that would be probably where we should put the decimal. Also, I noticed we offset a decimal once, so we offset it again. This is that easy way. But now I'm going to frustrate you. I'm going to show you the harder way. And this is where you take your math home to mom and dad, and they go, oh, come on, Jiminy Christmas, I learned it that way, and there was no problem with that. Well, I'm sorry, we have done some studies, and we find 30% of kids behind, and that's why we're on the Manitoba curriculum stuff. So I'm going to frustrate you a little bit with the pictures. And you're going to go through this long journey, and by this time next week, you'll go, I totally get it. And then you'll be able to show us in multiple ways. Now, of course, other ways I can do this, I can use lattice or the box method, but I'm going to show you this. Yes?
I'm pretty sure we can't do it with box method because we need 2 numbers, right?
You know what, we'll do that. We can do it with box method. It's tricky. I'll show you later if you want, okay? All right. I don't expect you to understand this yet. Is this on camera? We got this? We're good? Cool. I want you to look at my picture. I want you to look at my picture. Remember we were talking about box method? What if I had 2 times 1 and 2 times 0.6? Would that work? Could I break this into 2 times 1 and 2 times 0.6? Here I have 2.1, 2 times 1 and 2 times 0.6. Okay. Mr. Camera person, and by the way, Mr. Camera person just showed me his work and he is correct. Can you show this screen, please? I'd like to show you it's blocks 2 times 1.6. All right. Shh. Have you seen these before? Yes, we've seen them before. Have you seen these before?
Yes.
How many of these are in one of those?
10.
There is 10. So could I say if this is 1.0, would this be 0.1?
Yeah.
1/10. Okay. So I have 1, then 6 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we agree that this together is 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths.
Yes.
Okay, so that is 1 and 6 tenths. You know what? I'm going to write that down so that we remember that. That is 1 and 6 tenths. Cool. But what I had wasn't 1 and 6 tenths. It was 2 times 1.6. 1, 2, 3. Oh, just accessing some more tenth here. 4, 5, 6. If this is 1 and 6 tenths, is that 1 and 6 tenths? Okay, I'm going to write that down. 1 decimal 6, 1 and 6 tenths. So together, I have 2 times 1.6. 1.6, 1.6. 2 times 1.6. 1, 2. Now let's get back over here. Good camera? Hey, there we go. I got 1. 1. I got another 1. 1. I got 6 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths. I got 6 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths. Now watch my cube. 2. 1.6. Now let's take this away. Do you remember when we did area of a rectangle? You probably did it like a few years ago,
Yeah.
right? So if I had like that, the area was 6, or 2 times 3. We're doing the same thing again. But instead, we have a decimal. We have 2 times 1.6. 2 times 1.6. Here's my 2. Here's my 0.6's. 2 times 1.6. Now, is this still in the shot at all? Can we look at this? 2 times 1.6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths. That's 1.6 and 1.6 times 2 together. So what do we have all together? Watch. Watch my screen right here. What do we have all together? Here comes the magic part. I know I have 1. I know I have 2. Do you think I have another whole piece out of these?
Yes.
I'll wait for everyone to look. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can trade those in for another 1. Now I have 1, 2, 3. And how much?
2.
2. 1, 2, 3 holes and 2 tenths. All right, let's get back on the board here. So if I add all this up, I have 1.0 and 1.0 and 0.6 and 0.6.
That's
12, 3, and when I add those decimals, I have 3.2. 1, 2, 3 holes and 2 tenths.
I get it.
There we go. Now, this is where you're kind of either going, oh, I got it, or I think I get it, or okay, but I got to see that again. So I'm going to put the textbook stuff on the board. We're going to run through that, and we'll see if you can glean. So if you're watching this video right now, the expectation is that you have 3.4 from the grade 7 textbook open and ready to go. And by now, some of the grade 8s in the room are looking at this and going, oh, I remember that from last year. That was antagonizing. This is the one that we just did. It said 2 times 1.6 But what they did is they treated it like 20 times 16, but they had 10, 20 wide, 10, and 6, like that. So this is equal to 1, this is equal to 0.1, and this is equal to 0.01 or 100, because there's 10 of these in here and 100 of those in there. So let's take a look at an example. Here it says, a rectangular park measures 1.7 kilometers by 2.5 kilometers. So here they're showing us the park. Now, this is the 2.5, so they went 1, 2, and then 5 tenths. 2 holes, 5 tenths. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tenths. Then what they did is they had to go 1.7, and I'll break this down on the board. They went 1.7. So here's what it looks like on the board. Let's erase this and we'll start from scratch. Because there's a number of steps here. There's going to be times when you get it and times when you go, wait, not quite sure. They went like this. 2.5. So they said, okay, 1, 2, 2.5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tenths. But then we needed to get 1.7, like this. So they had 1 and 1 tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths, 6 tenths, 7 tenths. So what about all this space? So all we did, we filled it up with the tenths. But then we couldn't I couldn't fit enough tenths in there. They even went to some smaller ones. Now I'm going to build this on the screen. What we're going to do, put the camera on here. I'm going to start building it. And then I'm going to say pause. Because I don't want everyone in YouTube land to have to wait for us to build this model. Okay, are we ready, camera person? What time are we at in the video?
12:28.
12:28, okay? Pause, please.
Whoop. Okay, there we go.
All right, so here I have, I have 2.5. Now I need 1.7 going down. Pause, please.
Okay.
I now have 2.5, 7. Now I need to fill in this space as best I can. Pause.
Okay.
I now have 2.5, 1.7. I filled in this gap with tenths, but I can't fit a tenth in here because it goes over the edge both ways. So I'm going to use my singles. Pause.
Unpaused.
So here we have 1, 2, and 5 tenths, 1 and 7 tenths. Then we filled in the spot with the pieces that we could. So now let's run over to the board and I'll show you how this wraps up. The way we have this wrapped up, we had 1, 2, and 0.5. So this was 0.5. We had 1 and this was 0.7. Wait, am I on camera here, camera guy?
Oh, yeah. Now you are. Okay.
1, 2, and the 0.5, 1 and the 0.7. This was also 0.7 as we had 7 tenths in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we had a whole bunch of singles. But you know how many singles we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 rows. Well, how many is that? That's 35 hundredths, because each one of those is 100. So now I just have to add this all together. I've got 1.0 and 1.7, or this. And if I add all this up, did I forget a 0.5 in there? I did. I've got 0.5, 7, 14, 17, 22, up here, 4 more, 4, decimal, 2, 5. Now watch on my video. Look at this. I can trade in 7 and 3 for a whole one.
Mr. York, it's almost 15
I
minutes.
could trade in 9 of these and 10 of these for another whole one.
It's past 15 minutes.
And I now have the 4 and 0.25 left. Done. Awesome.